of credit or a business credit card there, or they can call our VRM hotline, available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1-800-270-7725.
And is there anything online that they can do?
Yeah, they can go directly to our website and apply themselves. You actually don't have to be a customer, but if you'd like to look at the rest of our products and services, we'd love to have you at a customer at Associated Bank.
This has been the Business Spotlight, brought to you by Associated Bank.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Truth Nation, great afternoon. Welcome to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home Blow, and I am holding it down, of course, for Dr. Ken Harris. Of course, the Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. And I'm pleased to be joined. I'm going to call this part like Mythbusters. All right. So I'm pleased to be joined in studio by a very important sister that does a lot of great work in our community, helps a lot of people in our community. We can talk about things that we need and talk about things that we ain't got that we should have. And sometimes you don't even utilize the gems that you have that are already right here inside our community. And that is Rhea Grant. Rhea Grant, great afternoon. Love you. How you doing and feeling today?
Hey, Homer. It's so good to be on with you this afternoon. It's been a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, whenever we connect, I mean, we got that powerful energy to end up making sure that we let people know what it is like for real, and we ain't got to try to hide or sugarcoat nothing. It is what it is, and people need to know and understand that. And and To The Truth YouTube page, everybody on our YouTube page, our Facebook Live, of course, the X, all at 1017 The Truth while you're there. If you're on Facebook, follow us, like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe. And, of course, if you're on X, same thing. You can share this. You can share it. So, let me see. I see people already like that are checking in. I see that we are checking in. And I love y'all and I appreciate y'all for that. Of course, Dr. Ken Harris appreciates you. Be like, yeah, this is what we're doing. So, with all of that being said, I'm talking about myth busting because of the fact that Crime Stoppers, we got a lot of crime that is taking place. We've got a very high-profile situation that we're going through right now in the city of Milwaukee with alleged murder of 16-year-old Marquise Champion, as well as a couple of other teens that were also shot by Martell Hare, and also the charges that they said he was on the run for. There was warrants out for his arrest for the allegations about child sexual assault with his own daughter. Well, now, from being on the run from that to now being the main suspect in this homicide of 16-year-old Marquise Champion, who is also the nephew of Alderman Mark Chambers. So he's on the run, and it's like somebody got to know where he is. Somebody got to know something, and you got people that were supporting, and it had the community divided when he was dealing with the child sexual assault allegations. And people was like, no. And people still buying his food and all of that kind of stuff. So now with this latest situation, there's still some people divided in the community, but the criminal complaint is there. He's not in custody. And now the latest addition to that is family members of his that are saying that he's told them that if the police try to get him, he's going to have a shootout with law enforcement, which would basically be suicide by cop. So, but there, and some people, I said, I'm constantly saying that somebody knows something, somebody knows his whereabouts. If the family is able to communicate with him, that leaves some things to be talked about as well, in my opinion. But Crime Stoppers. So, I'm always talking about Crime Stoppers whenever, people are talking about certain situations, and it's like everybody's scared. People are afraid of retaliation, the whole nine. And I'm like, look, use the resources and the tools that we have that can combat that, and it takes away from that. But a lot of people, in my opinion, Bria, still really don't understand how Crime Stoppers works and why it is a valuable tool if we're trying to say that I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of all of the violence that's going on in and around our community, just some of the criminal activity that's going around in our community, and they need to get these people off the streets. Well, you can use Crime Stoppers as one of those tools. So, Bria, I want you to talk a little bit about Crime Stoppers and what is the goal and the mission and the fact that it's been around so long, but, we got our Milwaukee Crime Stoppers.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Homer. And I definitely want to talk about Crime Stoppers. But before I get started, I think credibility for the individuals doing the work there is important. So I'll share. My name is Bria Grant. For people that don't know, I'm the executive director of a nonprofit here in Milwaukee. It's Wisconsin-based. It does work around workforce development and health equity to improve our whole health outcomes. And when I speak to that, I'm talking about where we work, sleep, eat, and play, right? So our health is just a small portion is physical. Most of our health is in our community. When we talk about nutrition and being healthy and walking and having walkable cities, well, if my city is not safe, I'm probably not going to walk. The children probably won't be out as much playing because I'm just scared or protective as a parent. So having safe communities directly impacts our overall health, our wellness. I know when we think about noise pollution, we don't really hear what it means, right? Hearing the ambulance and the fire department and gunshots or arguments all night in the time where you should be resting so that your body can heal, right? These all directly impacts our health. So I want to recognize that as we talk about Crime Stoppers, because it's a strategy for being able to improve our health, right? The health of our communities, where we work, sleep, eat, and play, where our schools are, where our children play, where we worship, where we have our family gatherings. This is all a part of our health. And Crime Stoppers is designed, it's an anonymous platform. You call 414-224-TIPS. You can
slow it down.
I'm sorry. We
Damn, Brother Z, put the speed limit up. Hold on.
I started to ramp up.
You got to do it like they're talking about doing, and we'll probably get to talk about that a little bit. The limiters, like how they have the breathalyzers for some of these speeders out here. But go ahead.
So 414-224-TIPS is the phone number, or you can download the P3 app for those who are into technology. But the concept is that you give your description of whatever violation or offense you feel like you may be aware of, whether it is, a homicide where you know who did it, and this person is wearing this color on this day at this time. This is where they are. You don't even give your name. It is an automated, scrambled number that's associated with the tip. So the only person that knows who has that number is the person who put the tip in. Right. It is that is what we call de-identified, right? De-identified data. There's no name associated. That then goes over to our representative at MPD. Shout out to our representative there that serves in this space. This has been a beautiful partnership, very organic. Just a number of community individuals. Shout out to Amanda Porterfield, who came and said, we need to make sure we do something to improve our community's health. We are mothers. We are aunts, we're uncles. We are serving in these spaces where we work, sleep, eat, and play. And we know our duty to be accountable and responsible for, if you know something, if you see something, say something. But we know what happens in the culture, right?
Right. And what I'll do is when we come back, again, I'm joined in the studio by Rhea Grant, of course, Unite WI, Crime Stoppers, of course. And I just want to use some of this time to be a myth buster. And if you have questions or comments, and I know that on Truth in the Morning, we had some people that were kind of like, well, no, you still got to go to court and all of that. They get a right to face their accuser. We got to take care of our first set of bills. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home Blow, holding it down. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get ready for a breath of fresh air with Community Heartbeat, your go-to show for health and wellness in our vibrant city. Presented by Outreach Community Health Centers and hosted by me, Sherwin Hughes. Tune in this Saturday at 10 a.m. as we take you on a journey toward a healthier Milwaukee. Community Heartbeat is not just a show, it's a movement dedicated to bringing our community together through wellness. We've got expert interviews, inspiring stories, and the inside scoop on local events from Outreach Community Health Centers that will keep your heart pumping with positivity. Contract-ready businesses, opportunity seekers, partnership builders, deal closers. Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, is focused on you. This event puts small businesses like yours in the room with buyers, partners, and mentors who can help open doors to bigger opportunities. Join us online December 9th, in person December 10th and 11th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're in construction, looking for contracts, or a service provider ready to grow, Marketplace Wisconsin is for you. Meet one-on-one with government reps, corporate buyers, and resource providers. Small businesses like yours keep Wisconsin moving forward. Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is here to propel your growth. So join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, December 10th and 11th. Register at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com. Presented by WEDC. Let's look forward together.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person, depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
DJ Brother Z. Listen, that's the way to bring it black. Again, you are listening to the award-winning 1017 The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Of course, I am the legendary Home Blow, holding it down for Dr. Ken Harris on this afternoon. Joined in the studio by Rhea Grant. On the studio text line, Donna, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. She said, hey, y'all, Delectables by Donna, LLC. I see you. And, of course, Stacy Evans, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. She said, back in the day, Homer, in the 80s, it was called Crime Line Anonymous on Channel 12. It sure was. And Truth Nation, we want to hear from you. Like, if you have some questions about Crime Stoppers and you've heard Rhea let you know what the same message that I've been saying, that it is the anonymity. It is there. You don't have to say, oh, well, I called and now they trying to retaliate. No, those things are not there. They are not. They shouldn't be a concern to you because this process has been carefully thought out. Milwaukee isn't the first place that had Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers is really like worldwide, basically, that this platform exists. And I think that we need to do a lot more in order to get to where we say we got quality of life. We've got safe communities, because right now I don't feel safe. It's like the shirt I got on, don't shoot, end gun violence, because, that day is in June. So, but I wanted to end up, trying to do my part to bring the awareness of like, don't shoot. We got to end this gun violence, because it's like daily we're hearing about people being shot, and then we're hearing about the homicides, and something has to give. And if the family of these people are not trying to turn them in and allowing them to continue to live amongst us and create all these dangerous situations, then, we got to come up with, we got to do our part. If we got some information, we need to be able to share that information. But again, want to hear from you, 833-212-1017. That's the text line that you can call in on. But Rhea, before we had to go into the break, you were giving some information and talking about Crime Stoppers. So if you can pick up where you were.
Yes, so I'm going to start again. So 414-224-TIPS. And, Homer,
you do that so quick. Slow down.
414-224-TIPS.
Okay.
And Homer, I just love our dialogues. I really appreciate your ability to normalize accountability. Because that's what this is, accountability tool that we can utilize as regular citizens, right? I think about my grandma, she probably doesn't want to call police, but she doesn't want people standing outside the front door, selling drugs, right? And how do she approach them?
Right.
Right? What do you say? Get off my stoop. You know what? Back in the days, that probably would work. But nowadays, you can't even pull up to someone and say, hey, why don't you slow down a little bit? Because you might lose your life.
Absolutely.
So we want to be able to have a tool that's going to help us bring accountability to the community. And the see something, say something is real. I understand the dilemma. It's an ethical dilemma that sometimes we find ourselves in. Just speaking of the family or the members that stated, hey, he said if the police come from, he's going to have a shootout. Well, clearly you had a conversation with him. That means you probably know where this individual is. And if this individual is this great of a harm to himself, I love you. I love you so much. I don't want you to harm yourself.
That part.
I don't want you to. This is gonna hurt that you might have to sit down for a little bit because you've done some things, and this is just a consequence. But to know where an individual who has violated the community, probably violated someone you know, and to say, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
That part.
That ain't my business.
Yeah, that part ruffles me all the time.
It's a lot of pressure, but you're part of the problem.
Yep. And you have to own up to that. That's where I talk about accountability, self-accountability. That's why it is so important. And we've got part of this generation that just feels like these perpetrators, these criminals, or people that are doing criminal acts don't have to be held accountable and be like, well, man, what you expect them to do? Like, not commit crimes.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? We're not out here trying to commit crimes, so why are you trying to make it be like it's so, well, man, some of these, they young and this, that, and stuff. I mean, we were young ones too. So I don't want to hear that as an excuse. I'm allergic to excuses, ENCs, excuses and complaints. Man, you don't know what listen, if we really sit and go down memory lane and try to go tit for tat with what we've had to experience, people having drug addicted parents, that's nothing new. So when people be like, well, they mama on drugs or they daddy on drugs or they alcoholics, they uncle, he a drug addict or he an alcoholic, that's not new.
But let's talk about that for a moment because you're right, it's not new, but it has become more prevalent over the years. We know that the crack epidemic was real.
With the mutation.
And when you talk about mutation, this is a real thing. Our DNA, there are genetic mutations that happens when we don't have healthy environments. Things don't grow well. This happens in the garden every day. You can see it, but we often ignore what it looks like in humans, right? And so when we think about what mental health looks like and how prevalent it is, more prevalent, drug use, these do impact an individual's ability to make reasonable, rational decisions, to even, impulse control, snapping off so quickly. That person has struggled probably, in that cognitive way. And we don't want to give excuse because I agree with you.
Yeah, because,
we're not going to give people excuse.
Yeah, because what I was going to say is if we're talking about the lead, we've drunk water off water hoses, we drunk out them bubblers or water fountains, whatever you choose to call it. So we drank the water. We went through cryptosporidium. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm saying that some people, again, instead of taking self-accountability or just accountability for some of the actions, they will tend to say, well, it's lead. No, this person no. And when they say, well, it's common sense, and common sense ain't so common. And I say, if that was true, then why are we looking feverishly for Martell Hare? Because he know
how to hide.
He know how to hide, right? And he know that he is accused of these crimes. He know that he was on the run for the sexual assault charges. And this is why I'm saying Crime Stoppers, people.
Yes.
As long as Rhea says the number slower each time, you have a chance to write it down. 414 what?
224 TIPP. I feel like that's a wrap.
TIPP?
I'm sorry.
See? Rewind. 414.
See, that's what happens when I don't sing it. 414-224-TIPS, TIPS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Homer, you know you get me going.
Yeah, hey, but like I say, like it's a real situation, and people have to understand the importance of not trying to, I mean, we know that there are some problems. We know that there's some mental health problems. We know that there are some people that are truly dealing with lead. But I think that oftentimes we try to give excuses for a lot of this reckless behavior. They know that, like some of these youth that are doing it, as well as the Toys R Us adults that are doing it, they see the same wrecks that we see. Mm-hmm. They see the people jumping out, running out the cars. So you can't say, well, they didn't know that they could hurt somebody else or they could get hurt themselves. Yes, they do.
Yep. And again, that's that lack of, and I don't give excuse, but I want to give reason for why we see some things, because we need some resources. And while we're taking resources away, like mental health treatment, housing, these resources that people need to be stable, we already have a crisis on our hand with the issue of mental health. And no, it's not an excuse, but this is just what that side of things look like. When you talk about a person's behavior, that is their cognitive ability. That's associated with the brain. It's associated with the chemicals that we have in our body. So no, it's not an excuse. It's a yes and. You know better, and your circumstance did not allow for you to thrive the way that you could have if you had a perfect environment. And even in the perfect environment, we fall short. We have people that just like, what's wrong with that boy? I don't know. What happened to him? He just turned out messed up.
Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. We got to get ready to take care of another set of bills, of course. Want to remind you, though, to tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. for another episode of Forward Together for Kids, hosted by Kyle Wallace and Cole Leston Morgan Jr. This week, they will talk about Seeds of Health public charter schools and how their students at Tenor High School are required to dual enroll at MATC during their senior year to earn college credits towards an associate degree or to receive a technical degree. This show is brought to you by City Forward Collective, a local nonprofit working to ensure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family. Again, that is Forward Together for Kids this Saturday at 11:30 a.m., and it will replay again at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You ever see the sign above the highway? The number of people that have been killed on the road? My wife, my son, and my unborn child were killed by a distracted driver. They were more than just a number.
Your phone isn't worth it. Buckle up, phone down. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors, it probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our Black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities, something that's specific to our Black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just a what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Problems all over the place now. We've got a crash on the off-ramp from 43 southbound to Green Bay Avenue, so heads up with that. We've got a crash on westbound 94. Car went up against the wall on the left side, just past Highway 100. Another issue at Calhoun, off on the right shoulder being worked on. That is also a crash. We've also got eastbound 94 at looks like Springdale Road. The right lane is blocked with that one. We've also got an issue on 894 southbound at Beloit Road. So we got backups stretching back towards the Oklahoma Avenue area. Other than that, we got backups on 41 southbound from Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton, northbound from before Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 54 tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 39. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks play host to the Golden State Warriors tonight in a showdown between two of the best shooting teams early in the season. Head coach Doc Rivers on the Bucks' shooting performances.
You look at our numbers, and we shot 55% from the field, 42% from the three, and yet when you're sitting in the game live, you're frustrated because you think you're missing shots. That just tells you how well we shoot the ball.
Tip-off is tonight at 7 p.m. And the matchup tonight on Thursday Night Football is the 2-5 Baltimore Ravens facing off against the 2-6 Miami Dolphins. And the Green Bay Packers will wear their classic 1923 uniforms against the Carolina Panthers. It's the first time in NFL history the threads will include brown hand-painted helmets. This True Sports Update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brother Z, great afternoon, bro. How are you doing and feeling, man? How you doing and feeling?
I'm living. I'm stopping crime as much as I can.
There you go.
And, I'm living my best life, Homer.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, we have to. We have to. We cannot. And this is why I want people to be able to understand how Crime Stoppers works, for you to be able to say, okay, you mean I can really call this in, I can call that in, and these things will be investigated, but it's not the typical what people were often afraid of back in the day, that if you call, now the police come into your house, but you may have called the police, but even law enforcement has, what is it, the P3 app? What is the app that?
P3 app.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You can download the P3 app on you can go to our Facebook page, Milwaukee Crime Stoppers, and then I'm going to give that number, the full number, not just tips. So it's 414-224-8477. That's what that tips leads to. But yes, you can download the app. You can call. It's anonymous. That is important. That is important, that your identity is is protected. And you know, I understand the concern of, well, how is it anonymous? Again, you get a number. Mm-hmm. That number might be as long as a Social Security number that's scrambled. No, we don't know who gave this description that led to an arrest, right? Or led to clearing a case. Because here's another thing. Some people are incarcerated there and they shouldn't be there. Right. And then your tip leads to the actual person
that committed the crime.
Yes, absolutely. So now you've just provided some justice and relief to somebody who has just been wronged. So this is a platform that is really, really important and effective. I want to give a couple of statistics here.
That's what I wanted to get to as well. Go ahead.
So, so to date, tips have led to 96 arrests, 78 cases cleared, 13 fugitives apprehended, 45 weapons recovered, 5 vehicles recovered, $200,000+ in drugs seized, and as well as other recovered property that's nearly $100,000, and that's in a short amount of time, 5 years.
Right.
That didn't require, in some cases. You know, we think about the resources with our law enforcement. We're understaffed, right? So our officers are working overtime. Plus the conversation from some to say, hey, they're getting too much money, right? This is a strategy that was utilized and it didn't require much except for our point of contact just running a report to say, you know, here are the tips that came in, and, you know, how do we, you know, we process that as a board to say, again, no, we don't even see the numbers. We just get a description of what the tip led to. The tip led to the arrest of individual who had robbed the gas station, you know, last month, and, you know, we didn't have any steps. We didn't have any leads on it, so this tip helped us, meaning that MPD gets stuck sometimes.
Right, absolutely.
Right? Not every crime is solved. And the energy and resources it takes to solve some of these incidents. I mean, you can do some quick, you know, back of the envelope numbers on some things, right? If a homicide detective's annual salary is, you know, $200,000, I don't know, right? I'm giving, just say $150,000, right? As a homicide detective. And they spend 2 years working on a case.
Right.
So they're at $300,000. They have to work. This is part of the work to solve a crime. And you have 2 years has passed. Family doesn't have closure. This person is still out in the community. We spent $300,000, and then you get a tip. Or say an incident happens and the tip comes in right away. Well, we've saved time, we've saved resources, we saved hurt or ability, giving that family an ability to grieve because this person has been apprehended. This is just a valuable tool and strategy that we have in our community. And we just have to shift some of our cultural misunderstandings about what accountability is, right? This is ensuring that, I mean, I'm not going to say it again, 414-224-TIPS.
And that last, the letters spell out?
414-224-8477.
On the Truth Talk text page. Again, you can call in. We want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you have reservations about using Crime Stoppers? We can even try to put a poll up on that. Do you have reservations about Crime Stoppers? Will you use it, yes or no? On the text line, we've got Stacy Evans that said, question, if you decide to leave a tip and police feel it's credible, what's the next step? Officers don't show up at your door, so do you meet someone somewhere or at the precinct, which is probably not a good idea? So what are the means of next communication or next steps?
Yes, good question. So the number that you received after you leave your tip, you do have to call that number back to verify if your tip has led to some next steps, because not all tips are credible, right? Sometimes you just mad at your baby daddy, So you call, and it's just not a credible source, right? So you do call, you verify if your tip has led to an arrest, or you get confirmation, and then the next connection is to the bank. So we have a relationship with a local institution here that is aware of our process, that this individual is not going to come in with necessarily giving a name. They're going to give this number, and then the exchange happens that way.
Okay, so the only reason that you call again is because if your tip led to the arrest or the conviction of someone,
yes,
there is a financial reward.
Yes. Oh, I didn't mention that part.
So so it was like, that's why I was like, let's go black and bring it all together. So they understand.
I'm so excited about the other byproducts of using Crime Stoppers that I forgot to share. The most important thing is that those tips do lead to financial payment, right? You get a reward for your tips.
Yeah.
And that's important because, not that you want to use the platform to come up, but people, have received some significant amount of significant awards because their tip led to a significant arrest. And so it's up to $1,000. There is a metric we use to determine how that tip measures up for value of payment, but that is what happens. So we do encourage you all, not just for the money, but that is a good incentive to call.
Right.
You don't lose anything. Your name is not something you lose, and you get a couple dollars for being a responsible citizen.
That part.
Where does that work? Nowhere.
Right. Absolutely. Listen, I'm telling you, if you have questions or comments, please feel free to hit us up on the Truth Talk text line, 833-212-1017. This is a chance to get all of your questions. And see, this is already helpful because even with the questions that some people have, and then some of the people that are afraid of just everything, nothing's going to work, nothing is going to work, nothing is going to work. But there are tools, and we can talk about the problems, but then we can also talk about the solutions. And if you're on our YouTube page, the question is up. Do you have reservations on using Crime Stoppers? Yes or no? Please put your votes in so we can, we can myth bust. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are afraid and saying that, oh, it ain't going to do this, it ain't going to do that. I'm going to have to go in court and I'm going to have to. You don't. That process, you don't have to be a part of that process. The only reason you're making that second call is to see if your tip ended up leading to someone's arrest or someone being convicted. And if so, there is a financial reward that you can get with doing that. You got to get ready to take care of some more bills, but listen, y'all better be tuned in. Y'all better be tuned in. It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow. I'm joined by Rhea Grant, and we'll be black.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ talk and text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends. Test your smarts. All while helping a great cause. It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi,
I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
Contract-ready businesses, opportunity seekers, partnership builders, deal closers. Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, is focused on you. This event puts small businesses like yours in the room with buyers, partners, and mentors who can open doors to bigger opportunities. Join us online December 9th and in person December 10th and 11th at Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're a construction company looking for contracts or a service provider ready to grow, Marketplace Wisconsin is for you. Meet one-on-one with government reps, corporate buyers, and resource providers. Small businesses like yours keep Wisconsin moving forward. Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is here to propel your growth. So join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, December 10th and 11th. Register today at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com. Presented by WEDC. Let's look forward together.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee, the time is almost here. We've been entering Truth fans into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway for the last 3 months. And this Friday, we finally pick our one call, that's all, $5,000 giveaway winner. Be sure to tune in to Truth in the Morning tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. so you don't miss your call, because if you do, we will go to the next caller until we find our $5,000 winner. Again, that is the Big Gruber 5K giveaway tomorrow on Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee's Black Talk. Listen, you didn't get in. You didn't get registered. You didn't call in when we told you to call in. Ooh-wee, I feel sorry for you, but I don't know. Keep listening. Who knows? It might be a final chance. I don't know, man. I'm filling in for Dr. Ken Harris. I don't know. I mean, I may want to go outside the box on this one. I might be like, you know what? Now, usually I ain't supposed to do this, but what if I, what if I just go ahead and do it anyway? What's the worst thing that could happen? We'd like to say that Homer Blow is... Go home, Roger! Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Again, our poll on the YouTube page, do you have reservations using Crime Stoppers? Yes or no? And this is a chance, like I say, as we talk about it for this last segment of this hour, that you can ask your questions. Again, you call in, you can text them, you can put them on the YouTube page. So far, Brother Z, with the question, the poll, do you have reservations using Crime Stoppers? Where we at? Yes and no?
We are at 100% no reservations.
Oh, that's dope.
That's so encouraging.
That's dope.
Oh my gosh.
But somebody got to be lying.
No. Because you know what, Homer?
Yes.
The people want a solution.
Mm-hmm.
People want an avenue. They want a strategy. They want to be able to say, I can address this way, because we don't want to be hopeless.
Right.
And sometimes, when you hear the criminal complaints, and you see this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It can become overwhelming. Like, damn, what's going? Can we say that?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like,
you don't hear the drop to be like, damn. Okay, so yeah, you can say it.
My bad.
Damn. No, you get. There you go. So that's your approval.
Okay. But people want hope, and this is hope for our community. It's not the traditional way of being able to bring accountability, being able to facilitate your citizens responsibilities, but it is a way that we can all play our part. You know, you come to church and offering time and say, now this is where we can all participate. This is what Crime Stoppers is, an opportunity for us to all participate. So I'm really encouraged that we have 100% of the voters not having reservations about this. We got to get back to community. We got to get back to the space where people know I'm not going to do that in front of Homer House.
Right.
If I do it, I'm sneaking somewhere. I'm making sure, because we probably won't get rid of all of the offenses in the world, but I'm not going to do it in your front door because I know you don't play that.
Right.
And we had those people in the neighborhood.
Right.
Get off
Everybody,
this.
right. They had the little eye in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm on watch, and so is my neighbor. You know,
That's right.
Neighborhood block watch.
That's right. We need those.
Absolutely. So this is why. Let's see. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. On the YouTube page said, I'm down for whatever it takes to get animals off the street that are menace to society and harming innocent people, women and children.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that's how we have to look at it. We got to be able to do our part. So it was important for me to invite Rhea Grant in on the show because, again, myth busting, and those that may have reservations, call in if you think you have a unique circumstance or, well, what if it's this and what if it's that, what if it's that? So you can end up getting the real information from someone who is definitely associated with Crime Stoppers. So, we can assume, we can do all of that. She was able to give us numbers. So all of this is relevant. It's like, wow. And in 5 years, this is how well Crime Stoppers has been able to be a tool. So now just think, Crime Stoppers, and then with law enforcement doing their part, I'm sure that law enforcement is very grateful to have Crime Stoppers as just another tool to help them with their work.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it takes us all working together to address the crime that's happening in our community. We cannot separate ourselves from law enforcement. In fact, here's the reality of the matter is those are people we know. And I know, like, behind the scenes, we watch too many movies, too many mafia movies, right? No, like, that's my uncle, that's my brother. I know who he is.
Right.
I know his character. This the drummer in my church. I know who he is. This person is has a father, a husband, stand up. He has integrity or she has integrity, and we want to make sure that we have genuine partnerships with folks that want safe communities because they live there. If I'm going to work and living in the same place I'm working in as law enforcement, that's a heavy piece. To wake up in the community that you might have to pull that person over. You might pull over your neighbor. Now you got to see your neighbor while you having your backyard barbecue where you just want to have some peace.
Absolutely.
People like to talk about their problems when they see you, Homer. Remember last week you pulled me over? And,
right.
Hey, can you throw that ticket out? I mean, it's just all kind of stuff. When you live into the community, you have so many things. But those are the folks that used to say, "Yep, I want you working with the organization that's helping us bring some solutions to our community, bring some peace to our community," because that's what we all want, essentially. We want to be able to go outside, sit on our porch. I'm a people watcher, Homer. I like to watch people. You just sit on a porch all day. I remember one time I live in I think it's a pretty decent neighborhood. I remember there was a shootout, and all my neighbors was kind of like, wait, what is going on? That doesn't happen over here.
Right.
No, it can happen anywhere, but we want to make sure it's not happening anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
We want to be able to sit on our porch. We want to be able to walk. Some people are like, oh, you shouldn't walk at night, but why can't I? Why can't I enjoy the cool, warm breeze of a summer night in my neighborhood?
That's right.
Maybe I'm riding and I want to just take a walk at 2:00 in the morning. Why we can't have those kind of neighborhoods?
Key word is neighborhood. See, people have gotten too used to being in the hood. The hood is a negative connotation, in my opinion. I'm just a hood with this. I'm just a hood that. Like, yeah, well, then stop complaining when police have to pull you over or you get locked up. You chose that. You didn't want to be a neighbor. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to have a neighborhood. You chose that, and so don't get mad if somebody scams you. Don't get mad if you end up finding this. If you find out that you bought stolen property. Don't get mad when they come to your house, because you chose that instead of having a neighborhood where a bike could be left on the lawn.
Yeah.
You'd be like, man, you better not listen to what they say. You better not leave that in the hood like that, because they know. Oh, man, this is a soul food restaurant. It's they got the best, but it's in the hood. It ain't, it's not a badge that we should want to hold on to. I want to say that I saw recently that the Milwaukee Police Association approves the contract with a 15% pay increase. Will this be enough? Is what they were asking for. Does this mean they will do a better job at their job? So law enforcement has accepted the 15% increase in pay. I think that, it's a priceless job, in my opinion, because you want to come home every night, but there's no guarantee. I say it about firefighters, the whole nine. We get to run out or try to get out of the fire. They got to go in. You feel what I'm saying? And same thing. We try to get away from gunfire. They got to go
to it.
They got to approach it. So people are saying a lot of things, but it's a lot of overtime. It's a lot. Some of these officers, if they didn't have to work that much overtime, I'm sure they wouldn't. It's mentally draining. It has to be, to go to these crime scenes and seeing these homicides, seeing the shooting victims, hearing the mothers, the fathers, the grandparents, the siblings, and just best friends out there crying because their loved one, and you can't go over to the scene. That is not an easy situation to have to deal with mentally. But we got to get ready to take care of another set of bills. And I'm telling you, I know that Dame and Bailey will be doing the call tomorrow for the one call, that's all. But I don't know. I might want to go outside the script. I don't know. I'm supposed to be here tomorrow, but if I go outside the script, I don't know. But Venus Jones says, shoot, it's already going to be hers. She's like, it's already written. But I don't know. I might just go off the script and end up saying, you'll find out. Do I stay or do I go? We'll be black.
Come in with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power of the tongue. Impulsive negative thoughts, reacting. And these kids watching you reacting all wild and crazy. The programming you watching on TV. The music. Now, like Security Mike said, it's popular to pop somebody. It's popular now. And these kids they coming back to somebody's house. They coming to eat a meal at somebody's house. They hanging out with somebody in the neighborhood who got a house, who paying the rent. They hanging out with you. They may be your relative. They may be your buddy. That social acceptance is there. Understand what I'm saying? So when we really tired, we gonna cut it off. We gonna stop it.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Roskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear explanation. Relaxation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
Will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You know what, Brother Z? This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Homer Blow holding it down. But will I be holding it down tomorrow? I'm scheduled to, Brother Z. I'm scheduled to. You think I'll make it?
Yeah, I think you'll make it.
Are you sure?
I don't know what you got planned, though, so.
Well, Truth Nation, I want to find out. Are you
One
with
call,
me?
that's all.
That's right. It's time. One call, that's all is right. Now is your chance to be entered to win our one call, that's all $5,000 giveaway. Yes, you heard that right. $5,000. And of course, if you are caller number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are caller number 5 right now, you'll be entered to win $5,000. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, call Gruber Law Offices now. One call, that's all. Be caller number 5 right now so you can get a chance to win this money from the One Call, That's All 5K giveaway. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. Call now, 833-212-1017. And, of course, you know, the drawing is tomorrow morning with Bailey and Damian Elsie. You feel what I'm saying? Legendary. Listen, I know I shouldn't have added another person to the list. Venus, your chances have decreased. Because now you got one more person that you didn't know that was in this competition. So the line, I didn't even know we had all of these lines. Bria, I don't know if I can turn this around and show you. I don't know, but them lines is lit up, like all of them, all 25 of them. I don't know which one of y'all gonna get it, but ooh-wee, they calling. They're like, you gonna learn today. So yeah, good luck. I'm talking about they all the way I didn't even know that it would go to 12 and past 12. Brother Z in there working. He is in there working. These lines is lit up. But hey, I ain't mad at you. You know, especially with the SNAP benefits on November 1st.
That's right.
Right now, you know, what's so crazy, Bria, is that the Orange Man had a chance to go into a $5 billion reserve and say, okay, like he's choosing the different things that he wants to, okay, well, I'll fund them even though the government shutdown is going on. But I'm not. And he has said, I'm not going to fund the SNAP/EBT Quest benefits, which is crazy. And it has led to a lot of local groups here that have demanded use of state money to fill funding gaps for the SNAP benefits, you know, because it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be going through the motions. And it said, while the ticking clock for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, Assistance Program, or SNAP, can be traced back to Capitol Hill, some groups here at home are calling on lawmakers in Madison to step in. Milwaukee's teacher union and several other groups came together to demand the use of state money to fill in funding gaps. They want part of the state's $4.6 billion budget surplus to be unlocked to fill the gap in Wisconsin. For the month of November, that would come at the price of around $114 million. That's just over 2% of the total surplus. Food and health care are human rights. The people must have both, said Milwaukee Teachers Education Association President Ingrid Walker Henry. Said our elected leaders have a moral obligation to stand in the gap for Wisconsinites. Meanwhile, in Washington, Senate Democrats are calling for a vote on a GP-led bill that would fund SNAP through the shutdown. But the chamber's Republican leader is refusing to bring it to the floor. The teachers union joined the other groups to donate $6,500 to the Hunger Task Force. What's your thoughts on that? And Truth Nation, want to hear from you. You feel what I'm saying? We want to hear from you. 833-212-1017. We got a one call. That's all. Who we with? Al.
Yep.
Which Al? We got a whole lot of Al's that I want to know, is the funding going to be for?
It's not any of the ones that.
Oh, okay. Know. So it's not any. Okay, it's not Sherman Park. It's not. Okay, it's not. No. It's not. It's fair game. Al.
We'll call him
another
Big Al.
Okay, Big Al. All right, got it. All right, so Al, congratulations to Al. He is our winner. Of course, if you want to win this gas, be sure to follow us at 1017 The Truth on Twitter, which is X now, Instagram, and Facebook to find out what time we'll do our next drawing. Well, and tomorrow is the giveaway. The call, that's all. And if you don't answer, we going to just go to the next caller until we get a one call, that's all winner. That's how it goes. Thanks, Gruber Law Offices, for teaming up with us for this cash giveaway. That part. But yeah, so Rhea, like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, the Orange Man just doesn't want to, but they're steadily trying to just say, well, it's the Democrats, not acknowledging that if they go ahead and support it in its totality, that the Affordable Care Act, and the rates for our insurance will triple, and some even saying quadruple.
Mm-hmm. So it's such a difficult gap to serve in if you are an elected in this time, especially if you understand what's happening on the ground. And, you know, part of my background is government, and and I have, you know, done the whole campaign that is a heavy lift serving in the gap, right? I want to say something though, because as we talk about crime, people are going to eat. They're not going to starve, right? And so what does it look like when I'm hungry? Well, I'm going to be even more short-tempered, and I might need to just go and take what I need, right? So we don't think these things correlate, but there is going to be an increase in crime if people do not get what they need.
And I'm calling Crime Stoppers.
And
I'm just telling you. I'm calling Crime Stoppers.
And you should absolutely.
I'd be damned if I I'm calling Crime Stoppers.
I want to say I heard.
They're gonna hear my voice about 60 times.
Somebody trying to sell you some steaks.
and see that's one of the things that I brought up. Like it's ironic that you said that, because some of the people that are going to be doing this, they're not even doing it to try to help feed the community. They trying to make a profit. They trying to be like, yeah, I got these steaks. I got this. Like, they ain't got the quest to get the regular food.
Right.
But now they gonna come up with it. Yeah.
So I want to say something. So in Wisconsin, for the month of September, so last month, this is how recent this data is, of the 684,662 people that received SNAP benefits in the month of September, 316,618 people were white.
I know.
Compared to just 162,000 people that are black. And the reason why I bring this up,
we've been talking about it all week, but go ahead.
The reason why I bring this up is because sometimes, you know, we get into this box that is all about race, and that's not always the motive, right? Because we know who are the primary recipients of stamps, and they look like the president. Right? They don't look like you and me. The majority of individuals that need this benefit, the majority of individuals that need all the things that have been on the chopping block, have not been the communities that people assumed
that part
needed or are the primary recipients of it. Right? And this is why we have to be very intentional. We have to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves, as we go into this next election cycle, because it's real. And I don't think people thought it was real before now, right? When you have a president, because we have to respect the office, right? President Trump has stated that this gives him an opportunity, a government shutdown, gives him an opportunity to do things that he would not have been able to do had Congress been in session, right?
Absolutely.
So we have to know.
And he said that's what he's going to do.
He said that's what we're going to. So you know what, Homer? We got to teach people how to fish. We cannot keep giving people fish because they need to learn how to get it themselves.
Absolutely.
We are vulnerable when we make ourselves dependent on the safety net programs that are supposed to be temporal, right? They are not supposed to. I mean, granted, we have a population of people that need support and will need support because they have, you know, disabilities. They are not able-bodied, right? Mothers and children. I don't think we have enough money. Even when you think about what middle class is in Wisconsin, it really actually is not middle class for a family of four making not even $100,000. So these are the things we have to think about when we think about what's on the line here.
Yep, absolutely. We'll be back to talk more. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Make sure to tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. The guest for the Spotlight this week will be Ashley Lucas, Senior Vice President, Small Business Banking Manager at Associated Bank. Ashley will discuss best practices for small businesses when choosing a bank to partner with and what things to look for when doing so. That's the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Ashley Lucas, Senior Vice President of Small Business Banking Manager at Associated Bank this Friday at 3:57 on 1017 The Truth.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
June 2022, southeast Wisconsin. A distracted driver killed 3 people, and in that single moment, it affected many more. The grandmother,
And my heart sank. Their lives are forever lost.
pastor,
That was the most difficult day of my entire ministry.
sister.
I lost my best friend.
Distracted driving affects everyone. Buckle up, phone down. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Your big night deserves more than just music. Prom, homecoming, graduation, weddings, corporate gatherings. Every occasion deserves a soundtrack that elevates the moment. I'm Kyrie, DJ Reed Maniac Brooks, community leader and your dedicated DJ. From the very first consultation to the last track, I'll make sure every detail aligns with your vision. For more information about how you can make your event unforgettable, visit www.djreemaniac.com. That's www.djreemaniac.com. Make your event an experience with DJ Reed Maniac.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome back to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Homer Blow. And, of course, I'm joined by Rhea Grant. And I don't know, Brother Z, I know that, we were supposed to already have all of our contestants for the call in the morning, but I did it anyway. So hopefully I will survive. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm just saying, that is what I am hoping for. Y'all send out a prayer, send out some love, and be like, Homer Blow went against the script, and he added somebody else.
But you did it because you love Truth Nation so much.
That's it, man. So it's like, help me to help them. You feel what I'm saying? So
especially with all the Snap stuff going on, like that.
Absolutely. Thank you. And so that means if they say I gotta go, you're going to? Yeah, see what that's I'm telling you. It be your own people. But man, listen, I've seen the Lions light up, but like I ain't seen them light up like that. That was another level. I mean,
I bet you if you say you got some stamp cards, they'll call back.
I mean, it's $5,000, right? That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. How much is on a stamp card?
Let's see. On the card is.
I mean, it's $5,000. I would have had my cousins and my cousins' cousins if I wasn't here.
Okay. Listen, I tell you what. The first caller right now Call in.
Oh.
I got something for you. 833-212-1017. I got something for you. 833-212-1017. And I believe we got a caller. So we're going to find out who this is. And I got something for him. I got some. Black Conscious, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. How you doing, bro?
Man, let me buy some of them stamps off you.
Well, I don't sell stamps unless you're talking about S&H Green stamps. You remember?
Yes, I do.
These lines are blowing up.
No.
Yes, listen.
Hold on. I'll give you one more. How about the A&P green stamps? Remember those?
Oh, yes. We older. I ain't gonna say we old. I ain't gonna say we old.
Listen,
I'm not older.
I'm not too far to say where I'm come from, man. I remember when they used to give us back change, them little plastic coins.
Yeah, yep. The food stamp coins. Yep.
Yeah,
we were bottle hustlers. We take the soda bottles and we get money off of them.
Hey, I give you one more. Even the bottle caps.
Man, listen, man, you too damn old.
The 7-Up bottle caps used to have 10-cent bottle caps. You go and get.
You're absolutely right. You could open up a churn sucker.
But there was the good times, man.
You could open up a churn sucker and win a free sucker. I'm just saying, yeah. So go ahead. We're just talking about how grown we are. It is what it is. So
live righteous, Milwaukee.
Yeah, but let me tell you. No, you got some. You gone? Okay, I was gonna tell you what you got, man. I was gonna tell you. You're like, let me tell you what you got. But I can tell you, even though you ain't on the line. You got the love, man. I love you, bruh. I appreciate you. That's what I was giving away. Love. And people need to give away more love. So that's what it was. That's what you would have got. The lines was blowing up.
All over again.
Yeah. And all I was giving
Now you're really about to get in trouble.
Somebody want to fight you right now.
Because of love? Love, not war. So, yeah. But you know, even when, like, just going black, and I know that some of Truth Nation might be like, man, y'all talking about this a lot. It's important. It has to be. People cannot... Don't take this lightly. I mean, yes, everybody's still waiting. We could have a 13th hour, and he ends up opening up the $5 billion, but I don't think he's going to do it. He has stood staunchly against it. He has all of his cronies, in my opinion, some of these other Republicans that are supporting and letting this stuff go ahead and happen, they are standing by him.
Yeah.
Because he's a big bully, in my opinion. He bullies his way around everything. And if you don't go with what he wants, then he finds a way to get rid of you.
And, you know, right, wrong, or indifferent about how you feel about the president, right? To each his own on their position. We need to make sure we don't find ourselves so beholding. And that we can begin to put ourselves in a position where we can support ourselves.
Right.
Because
we got that power.
I'm a believer we have what we need. We just need to align. We just need to better organize. We just need to be more strategic in how we use what we have. And for the record, you know, the people that's, talked about buying stamps. People using their stamps. They need them.
Right.
It's in some ways, for some of them, it's not enough.
Right.
Right. Because groceries are high.
Expensive.
Yes. I remember growing up, my auntie spent $200. We got groceries in the trunk, in the back seat. I mean, the car is
deep freezer was full.
It was full. Now you spend $200 at the grocery store.
You come out with 2 plastic bags.
Exactly.
2 plastic bags.
Exactly.
And they ain't stuffed.
And we ain't addressed the minimum wage. So while cost is going up, people are on fixed incomes. It hasn't adjusted.
Right.
People are going to eat, though. Right? That's just about survival.
Right.
So that means...
And what about the tax increase in the city?
All of the above. Tax...
You got ready to talk in tongue, didn't you?
My goodness.
You got ready to speak in tongue, didn't you?
I mean, I am a victim. I am a victim of the city taxes. I don't know what to say about them. But this is us doing all of our part. This is why we need more homeowners, right? Because here's the other part. Section 8 is also in jeopardy.
Oh, yeah.
That hasn't come to mainstream yet because
2 years
I was going to say because the timeline is seemingly so far out. But right now, we need to be preparing people.
January 2026 is not, what is it, a little over 2 months away?
Yep.
Just a little over 2 months away.
Yep.
And it's a lot of things that are going to be kicked into action January of 2026.
Yeah.
So this is just the start?
Yes, Brother Z.
So, here's the reality of the matter. We all saw a playbook for what would happen when this administration comes into power.
Right.
Right. And they are operating their playbook.
Yep.
And
it was Project 2025 and everything, like now everything's coming into fruition. There were people who were trying to say that, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, it was gaslighting people. They were just gaslighting people. Like, why are they talking about that? That's not true. That tape you saw, that wasn't real. And that's just all stuff out of his playbook.
Yeah, just about everything, the cuts to the Department of Education, all the things that we
CDC.
all the things that we see were provided to us. And what did we do? How did we use that information? If I give you a tip on something I got coming down the pipeline, how are you gonna use that tip? You gonna sit on it?
Right.
We need to not be complacent. And I understand we're in crisis. We are reactive. We have to stop being reactive to everything and be proactive. Right now, we know Section 8 is next. That's the next big conversation we're going to have. You have 90 days to relocate if I understand what's being proposed or what will be proposed.
Yeah, 90 days.
You have 90 days to relocate if you've been on Section 8 for more than 2 to 3 years. Right?
And you got to work if you want this SNAP. When the SNAP does come back.
So are we looking for employment? Are we upskilling ourselves, right? Are we going into additional trainings? We provide community health worker training at our organization, Unite WI. We want people to have family-sustaining wages, a job that's going to be transferable in any community, right? But are you upskilling yourself? Are you gardening? Because that's not a simple thing, right?
Listen,
that's a good strategy.
I got a Killer Mike clip. I can't play it because he's too real with what he's saying. But all of those things and talking about fishing and do you know how to hunt? I mean, he breaks it down in ways that I would break things down. We're getting ready to lead up into another break. But Black Conscious, of course, on the YouTube page said, "Can't eat love, Homer, but I received that." Listen. That's not true. That's not true. I'm trying to figure out, Brother Z, does she still stay on the south side?
Who?
Love. Okay, I'm out of here.
He running out.
Hell no, to the no, hell to the no, hell to the no, hell
we'll be black
to the no, hell to the no, to the no.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey Milwaukee, are you ready to make your neighborhood shine? Join 1MKE's Neighborhood Task Force, where neighbors come together to build stronger, more connected communities in Washington Park, Washington Heights, Clark Square, and Walker's Point. Come share a meal and share your ideas and share your voice. This is your chance to shape the future of your neighborhood. Don't miss out. RSVP today on Eventbrite. Search 1MKE Neighborhood Task Force and join the movement to make Milwaukee stronger together. 1MKE, one voice, one community, one future.
Getting to treatment shouldn't stand between you and life-saving care. The American Cancer Society's Road to Recovery program eases your burden by providing free rides to cancer-related medical appointments. Their trained volunteer drivers are ready to pick you up, take you to your appointment, and bring you safely back home, all at no cost. Don't let transportation keep you from the care you need. Schedule a ride today by visiting their website, cancer.org/transportation. That's cancer.org/transportation.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Kyle Wallace with his truth.
Truth Nation, I guess I've officially graduated from big bro to unk status, at least according to my little cousin. That's what he said. Now, at first I pushed back a little bit, and I was offended by the assertion that I was old enough to be unk. But after a little thought, y'all, I actually embraced the label of being unk and the responsibility which comes with being quote-unquote unk. See, as unk, I think it's my duty to look out for and support the youth and young cats coming up after me. Embrace the role as being a mentor and role model and aim to protect our kids at all costs. With the news cycle always seemingly being negative towards the youth, we need to take it back upon ourselves to change the narrative and uplift our youth. Our kids are so much more than fights, stolen cars, Kia boys, or acting a fool in public. We can't allow a small population of children to depict who our kids really are in the city of Milwaukee. You have to resist the urge to want to bash our kids and be so quick to pass judgment or disparage the youth. And we gotta stop acting as if we were not once in their shoes, making poor decisions, having regrets. I know we have all been there. Now, regardless of how funny it may sound to say YN, don't label our kids that. That is far from a term of endearment, and we have to remember you become what people call you. If someone calls you dumb over and over and over again, you may start believing that you are dumb, and you may start having self-doubt in oneself. Don't put that type of self-hating energy on our youth, Milwaukee. We need to call them YKs and YQs for young kings and young queens, even when they might frustrate you. Remember, they are still only kids. With the summer being here, there is no better time to encourage them to aspire to be great. Give them positive reinforcement. Give them positive affirmation until we get it through their minds on who they really are and what they can become. An unstoppable force of greatness.
Listen to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace weekdays from noon to 1 p.m.
Westbound 94, we do have a crash on the right shoulder right in the stadium interchange. You're looking at about delays starting from about 20th Street all the way to that point. More delays beyond the zoo, though, all the way across the county line to about Sunny Slope Road. Eastbound slowing down from Highway 164 all the way past Barker. Back on the brakes from 92nd Street through the stadium. We've also got an issue on northbound 4394 right in the Marquette. The left lane still blocked with a crash there. And so delays coming all the way up, oh my goodness, from before Oklahoma Avenue all the way into the Marquette. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 39. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy, a slight chance for afternoon showers, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'ma live forever. Music, computers, and robbers, and looters with shooters, and shooters with Rugers, and shooters with Rugers. CDs with my tutors, and my tutors taught me a terrible miracle. You can lie, cheat, and still kill in America. Be celebrated like Captain America. Get on with it, let's get it. This Chris and Bentley, Halayan and Lennox. Man, I'm a villain.
We're black. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Of course, Truth Nation, don't forget the countdown is on for the second annual Truth Summit happening Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Thrive on King. Doors will open at 9:30 a.m. This free in-person event brings together bold voices and sharp minds to tackle Milwaukee's biggest challenges, from healthcare disparities to fixing our broken education pipeline. Our very own award-winning Dr. Ken Harris leads the charge with expert guests and real talk you won't want to miss. Lock in your seat now at 1017truthsummit.com. Presented by 1MKE and Thrive on King. Don't miss it. I'll be there. I will be there. I will be there. So make sure you come on out to the second annual Truth Summit. Of course, I'm joined in the studio by Rhea Grant. How you doing? You holding up?
I'm good.
You hanging?
I'm rocking and rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a joy to be able to have you in the studio with me on this afternoon and move it into evening now. We in evening now. Somebody got to, it's good. We inside the 3rd Street Market Hall. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Shout out to Dog City. Shout out to Dog City.
Okay, I haven't had Dog City, but it must be good.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Ken and his wife, they do a great job. So.
Oh, Yes. Good people. Yes. And shout out to Dr. Ken Harris, because I haven't seen him, but I absolutely love and appreciate who he is, how he served, his mentorship to so many. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah. You haven't, Stevie Wonder hasn't seen him either. But Stevie is, he's like, I haven't seen him so long. I don't know when is the last time I actually saw him. And I just want to say,
I need you to not.
that sometimes I just call to, just to him and say, Dr. Ken, how you been? So that's what it is. Brother Z, I can't even see you, but I know you're there because I hear the bills getting paid, and I hear the soundtrack, the soundtracks. They're just, that's all love. That's love. That's what we got. All right, no.
That's right.
So yeah, okay. We got Al. All righty. This is always a great one. I always look forward to hearing from Al. Al, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. You already know that. You hear the conversation. What's your truth? Bria, buckle up.
My truth is when y'all don't say nothing about the crime, y'all opening the door for gentrification, because they already started with them derelicts and the mud kickers coming from the south side, from Michigan, and from the stuff you see on the north side that you will never see on the south side. So they like it when y'all don't talk. And I'm going to say something to you parents. Some of you know your children ain't never been no good. And it started within your household. You can look at that man that you sleep with every night and y'all sitting up there getting all them checks and drinking that Parmesan. And some of your kids paying your bills, but you don't want to say nothing. So I just want to let y'all know, for you people, 286-3441. Neighborhood services, if it's a nuisance house, that slum landlord know that. Y'all also know how to dial *67 if you want to call anonymous. So y'all need to do that. So I needed to share this information because Milwaukee, Wisconsin is the duplex capital of the world. So when you don't say nothing, you opening the door for gentrification. And if you care about your mother or your grandmother, y'all know how to call anonymous. Y'all used to do that back in the day when y'all were trying to get y'all cousin kids taken away when you was calling CPS. So don't act brand new now. And I would say to the parents, the ones who know them kids ain't no good, if you don't want your house to be a problem, you tell your kids, if you ain't going to do right, don't bring your black ass back to my house. And that's it. Because enough is enough. And y'all know them kids ain't no good. And I'm going to tell you one more thing. They might not call you back because you're black, but I give you one example. You remember when they called Ashanti Hamilton, he was sending them black people to voicemail. When that white woman called, he called her back within 10 minutes. So y'all need to start calling y'all aldermen, y'all call everybody, because all it takes is one white family for them to move in, and they're going to turn this so-called hood into a neighborhood. So y'all got to put your best foot forward, and hey, start calling on these people. Start *67. Open you a new email. Send pictures. They know they ain't no good because you don't live in a hood. You live in a neighborhood. And your grandmother and mother did not work 45 years. They live in hell because somebody didn't know how to do a plan B or push them off when their stomach start pulsating. Have a good day.
Thank you, Al. Were you ready for that, Bria?
All right, now.
I told you to buckle up.
Al said a lot.
Yeah, I told you.
That wasn't even a word.
That wasn't.
But there are a whole lot of yes ands in what was said, right? We need to make sure we are accountable to our children. And I don't know that we want to keep them in the street, because then that means that they are just going to be, left to their own devices. We need to make sure we can correct that in in our home and the behaviors, but our homes are broken. People are working they are living hand to mouth, working 2 and 3 jobs. I mean, we talk about back in the days, we were latchkey kids. Don't you open that door for nobody,
Absolutely.
right? But nowadays, not so much, right? Kids don't have there has been a gap in transfer of parental knowledge. There's been so many things to fragment community, but we do need to make sure we're accountable and to say something. Like those nuisance properties, you call 414-224-TIPS. If you like yes, call the neighborhood services. You can call the police directly. What people don't know is if there's a nuisance property, you call 3 times, they have to show up.
See, some people didn't know that.
They have to show up and respond to that call for that property. But here's a point on the landlord side, right? Because I'm a property owner, I'm a landlord, and this is where it's a really slippery slope. I had a tenant. And this tenant had a number of children. We have large families, and the children had some disabilities. One of the caregivers had a disability, and mom has severe mental health issues, right? Okay. And so I remember coming into my unit, and it looked like they had been living there for 10 years. They probably were there all of 2 months.
Wow.
Yes. Because children can be active, right? And if you're not watching them, they color on the walls, they write on things, they might set a fire somewhere, right? Because they're not being attended to. So these are real issues that which comes first, the chicken or the head. Not all landlords are bad. You have some families that are a lot to deal with. If you say no dogs, they hide the dog in the basement. They hide the dog under the bed.
I like how you tried to make that sound so cute. Your brother Z, you catch that? She made it sound.
Yeah, I heard it.
She made it sound so sweet. There's no, stop it. You got to keep it real, for real. Stop it. We know damn well that it's some problem people, and we understand why some of them are in the situations that they are in, because you got to help me to help you.
That's right.
And when you're not doing your part, we know that there's some slumlords. We absolutely do. And some people are in those slumlord properties because they already had 3 evictions on them. And so that slumlord is the only one that said, I'll rent. So they went in there. When I see some of the damage that is in some of these apartments or these houses, that didn't just occur.
Right.
And you say, well, yeah, I've only been here 2 months. That ain't 2 months worth of stuff. And infestations of rodents and roaches, that ain't something that just happened in 2 months.
Wait, Homer, I'm a homeowner, I'm a property owner, I'm a landlord. I'm telling you what can happen really quickly. Infestations.
How though?
Hold on, how? You let the kids leave the door open.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
They leave the door open.
This
they don't
is
clean
exactly
up behind
what I'm
themselves.
saying.
And it's a real cost.
Yeah.
I had a tenant. $1,000. They came with what I had to remediate. I had to pay for that to be taken care of. I can't increase your rent for that.
The PWKs, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The PWKs.
And then everybody want their security deposit back.
No.
Right? These are things.
Your security deposit ain't gonna even cover everything that you damage. And then when they mad, then they just destroy your home even more or your apartment even more.
Yep. And if I'm trying to respect your privacy, you don't want me there every day checking in and making sure you're not tearing up my stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So I want you. It's supposed to be your home.
I'd be that tedious person. I'm like, I'm going.
You have to be.
I'm going. You know what I mean?
You have to be.
What you not going to do is sit there and destroy my property investment. You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't doing that. Well, and I've got 4 kids. Listen. Stop it. And you pregnant with 5? Listen, we get ready to take care of some bills, and we'll be back. Right. It's the Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris in the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue, the legendary Home of Blow, along with Rhea Grant, and we'll be black.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Truth Nation, you have to be there on Saturday, November 1st at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit happening from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the one-stop shop resource fair connecting families with job opportunities, child support assistance, health education, vaccination, and screenings, financial empowerment and credit repair support, legal assistance, all in one place. You can't beat that. Bring your teams to explore internships, job readiness, and mentoring opportunities that build their future. Register early. Don't wait. Everyone is welcome. Visit milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to sign up as a participant, a vendor, or volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. For more information, call 414-286-0222. That is the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit on Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Are you ready to do some baking? Because it's We Energy's Cookie Book time. This year's book is packed with dozens of cookie recipes to bake and share. We're sure you'll find a few new favorites. Pick up your copy of this holiday tradition from We Energies at one of our drive-through distribution events. Go to WeEnergies.com to find an event near you. From all of us at We Energies, we offer you warm wishes for a bright holiday season. We Energies. Energy you can depend on.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Music is a world within itself, with a language we all understand, with an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their hands. But just because a record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. But you can tell right away in Dr. A when the people start to move.
Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth Black Business Give Black Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. Between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, Kyle Wallace will be joined by Sensei Irving, founder and executive director at Resources and Beyond. They will discuss Irving's efforts in creating family stability for people in Milwaukee and why she opened up a community food pantry to provide necessary resources to those who are in need in our community. Once again, that's the Black Business Give Black Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. And I'd just like to thank you, Brother Z. I just...
But here's some of music's pioneers that will not allow us to forget.
And we're black now. How you doing, Rhea?
You know what?
It's a special spot for him. Special spot.
What do you mean, brother?
Special spot in hell.
What?
Intimidating a blind man?
Brother. Stevie Wonder is the most comical artist you will run into. He often plays on it. Yeah, he plays on himself all the time. I mean, so you would be just in stitches laughing if you had. I've been blessed to have a chance to meet Stevie Wonder on a couple of different occasions, and yeah, he is hilarious. And even if you watch him on some award shows, you'll see him purposely do certain stuff like, yeah, okay, and yeah, I see y'all over there, and he'll do all kind of stuff like that. So, he know that's his world. And he was also told if he could have had surgery, would he have gotten it? You know what I mean? So he could see with all of the innovative things that we're dealing with now. And he said no. Nope. Mm-hmm. No, he said he'd think he would lose his creativity and everything else. Mm-hmm. So that's
he know. I want to shout out too to Resources and Beyond. Our organization, Unite WI, has supported their work over the years. We train a number of her staff and provide resources to them directly to strengthen their food pantry. So I encourage everyone to go over there, make a donation, refer a family. We've referred families over for services there. It's actually part of our wheelhouse to contract with partners such as Resources and Beyond. So shout out.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, she does some great work in, of course, our city and in our community. And that food pantry going to be juking because people are, and it's so hard because we're coming into the Thanksgiving month, and that's about the family bonding. And even those that, choose not to, let's take a deeper, you know what I mean? Because I'm tired of family only coming together, the new family reunions, and I've been saying this for a long time now, and it's sad, but funerals are the new family reunions. That's when you're going to see everybody. That's when everybody, and they're going to lie to you, too. They're going to lie. At those funerals, they're going to lie. We got to stay in contact with each other. I want to get all the... No, that's lies. They know it. They ain't got in contact with you before they died. Then they want to get mad when you tell them that somebody died. Why ain't nobody... We've been trying to reach you, and you would not return any of the calls. I've even had other people reach out to you, and you didn't even return their call. Right. So don't sit here and try to blame other people because you didn't know. You had an opportunity to come sit while they were on home hospice, and you were always too busy. But now you aren't busy when it's time to come and grab her furs out the closet. When it's time to go and start rambling through the house, she didn't want you to have none of that. Yeah. She told me and gave me strict instructions to make sure that she don't or he don't do this because they weren't there. Yeah. And then people want to, like I say, I go on tangents about this kind of stuff all the time. Part. Yeah, because, people lie to kick it. People act like they were really concerned. Most of these families that are have homicide victims, at the services, everybody like, yeah, and we here for you. We gonna take care of his kids, or we gonna take care of her kids. Yeah. That parent, that grandparent, don't even see them people unless they happen to run into them in a store. Yeah. And how you been doing? I was gonna come by there. Get out of here. Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah. They've been going through it for the last 4 months, and since the services, and you ain't came by to see them. Now all of a sudden, when you see them out and about somewhere, I've been thinking about, you've been on my mind. Then why didn't you come see me? Yeah. Why didn't you ask me or uphold those false promises that you gave me that, look, they ain't gonna want for nothing. I'm gonna make sure I take them to the park. I'm gonna do all this. They ain't done none of it. Now you sitting as the primary person and having to mentally go through the fact of you may not be as able-bodied as you used to be to try to, keep up with everything, but now you got to do it because they not doing it. And they stand up there in them churches, they stand up there at the front of the funeral homes and get to talking about, listen, y'all my family. Y'all my family. Yeah, y'all, okay, I'm y'all cousin from such and such and such. And we got to stop coming like this. The next time you're going to see that fool is at another funeral, though.
But it's good intent.
It ain't no damn good intent. I'm just saying, I'm not going. That ain't no good intent. I'm not sugarcoating for these people that do that. I'm not, all the people like, mama, just so you know, we got you because we know that, you and daddy. Yeah, no. Next time y'all come, she's going to die of a broken heart.
Mercy.
And now you coming up here with the same lies.
Well, dang, Homer, tell us how you really feel.
That's how I really feel. I'm just saying. So, but as we
You're right.
get ready to round it on home, again, Crime Stoppers, y'all. And I didn't know that you could use it for neighborhood nuisances. So is that?
No. So I'm just speaking to the process, right?
Okay, because I'm like,
if you call the police department or you call and report a nuisance, just kind of touching base on that caller Al. If you report a nuisance 3 times, then they do show up.
Yeah, because I don't want to be.
But I do want to tell people, Crime Stoppers, 414-224-TIPS. That's 414-224-8477. You can go to the website.
It took from 4 o'clock to damn near the end of the show.
It's all right.
But you got it.
I got it. I learned quickly. I thought I learned quick. You can also go to the website, MilwaukeeCrimeStoppers.com. You can go to our Facebook page. This is a platform. It's a tool you can use. It's at your fingertips, right? And this is how we can hold our community accountable. So thank you so much, Homer, for having me here. Thank you to the Truth Radio listening audience. And,
Truth Nation!
Yes, this is a great time.
Yep. Unite WI, you talked about it. How do people get in contact with you?
Oh, yes, please. You can go to our website, Unite WI. If you have a family that needs service, you can refer that family directly through our website, whether they're pregnant, chronic disease, behavioral health. Like I said, we contract with we partner with many organizations on the ground so that they can provide the support our families need. Because people need help getting connected to services. It is not so easy to say, here's a flyer, go over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, we need to have people properly trained and equipped to deal with our community and our family when they receive them. So that's the work that we do at Unite WI, unitewi.org. We would love to be able to partner with you all.
Yep. And don't forget, you get to really trick or treat on Halloween tomorrow. That is a major switch for the city and Milwaukee County. You get what I'm saying? We had to do it on certain days. And with daylight savings time coming, remember, the clocks go black on Saturday, so we get an extra hour. We fall black. Don't be late going to church. You understand what I'm saying? Because service is going to still happen. Also, when you're changing your clocks or change the batteries in your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide devices, so you'll know and you and your family won't end up being on the other end of that 911 call for fire services, all right? If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the evening, night, early morning, and hopefully the things we have to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. I love you. Brother Z, thank you. Great job as always, man. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I'll return on tomorrow.
God willing.
That part.